Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Today I'm going to show you a quick Christmas card using the Newborn King stamp set, my embossing tool, a Versamark, and this beautiful gold embossing powder. One of my favorites. Okay, so let's get started. I've started off with a standard A2 size card. So this was cut at 8.5 by 5.5. I'm sorry. Yes. 8.5 by 5.5. Sorry about that. And scored at 4.25. So that's my base. And this beautiful sheet of cardstock is our brushed gold. And it is cut at 4 by 5.25, and then this piece is cut at 3.75 by 5. So I'm going to set these aside for now and get my embossing buddy to clean off any oils that may be on the cardstock and any static, so that I don't have embossing powder where I don't want it. I'm just going to brush that off real quick with my little paintbrush here. So I'm going to start off with the larger image, our little manger scene right here. Let me move this out of the way. So I'm going to try to do this without putting my head in the camera. Right about there. Hopefully I didn't get any halos. It didn't look like I had ink around the edges, but I won't know until I put the embossing powder on. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. Looks like it's a good impression. And I'm going to go ahead and put some embossing powder on before I add my star, just so I can see, you know, a good image of where my nativity scene is. I just want to cover it all up really well. Nice thing about having these containers is it all goes right back in the container. Okay, and then knock off the excess, and I see one little spot here. It's not bad. I usually do worse than that with the little speckles of embossing powder in places where I don't want it. Okay. So I'm going to turn it this way because I don't want to accidentally touch that. And now I'm going to ink up my star with the Versamark. And I do see ink around here, so I'm going to just take my finger and wipe that off. Okay, I think we're good. And then we're going to put it right about here. That should be good. Bring my embossing powder back in. The nice thing about embossing powder is it goes a long way. I mean, I've had this one for a long time. Looks like it's almost time for me to get some more, but it's lasted me a long time. Now, see, I didn't get rid of my halos very well. There was ink on there, so I'm going to get my little brush here and just wipe that off. I have a smaller brush. I have an even smaller brush somewhere around here with a nice fine point on it for these small areas. Okay. Oh, let me see. Nothing more frustrating to me than after I've done and heat embossing, I see that I've melted on extra little embossing powder, little dots all over the place, and you know, you can make that work for you, but I want this to be a really clean job, so I'm taking my time, even though I wanted this to be a fast video, just getting that excess off. Okay, I think we're good. And now I'm going to take my heat tool here, it's going to get a little loud, and emboss that. And here we go. Change is happening. As soon as that change starts happening, you just move your tool. Hopefully you can see that. Beautiful gold coming in there. Oh, I love that. Just so much fun. Very good. Looks like I got it all. Turn that off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, get some of this powder off of here. I'm going to go ahead and do the inside of my card. Sorry about that. And then we'll put it together. So I've got my Stampin' jig, and I've already stamped. I've already stamped my sentiment on there. It's a little messy, but and I think I'm gonna come down here with it. Oh, before I do that, I do need to do one more thing. I do need to get my embossing buddy and wipe it down. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that down here like that. Get my ink, stamp that up really well there. Look for any halos, and what I mean by that, many of you probably already know, but I'm looking for the ink that is around the outer edge of this stamp. Okay, hopefully that's all inked well, and then I'm gonna press that right there. Okay. And then the last thing I want to do is add a star in the middle and the top. I'm just eyeballing this, so hopefully I'll like it once it's there. Oh, looks a little off. Maybe I should have used the Stampin' jig on that too. Okay, and I'm going to add my my embossing powder. All over. Ah, I'm missing those halos today. I think I get all the extra ink off, and lo and behold, I haven't. But you know the Murphy's Law when it comes to video taping. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Like my phone keeps ringing in the background. Okay, that's way off, but you get the idea. Again, I've said this before, when you're doing your cards and they're not on camera, you'll be able to take more time to, you know, do your stamping. And oh shoot, looks like I messed that up. Okay. Uh-oh. Hope I can fix that. Oh my goodness. I must have moved the stamp a little. Now, what you could do at this point, since I haven't heated this up, I could just wipe all of that off and start over. But I'm not going to, because there's some other steps I would need to take so that I don't have embossing powder sticking to the original place where I stamped. Okay, now, so much for a 5-minute video. That was the plan. And this is something you could actually, you know, do real quickly and not take as much time as I'm taking here. Okay, so when I come back, this will all be finished and we'll finish putting together our card. Okay, I'm back. So now you see that's all done. It is very pretty. It'd be even better if I didn't get, I think I got extra Versamark there, so my wording isn't that clear. I need to work on that, but again, you get the idea, right? So now we're going to add our layers. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for this, so and then the last thing I'm going to do on this is add a little bit of bling. Oh my goodness, phone is busy today. And I need, I'm going to take this pen and just pick that up. Oops. Put that in the center. Okay, and there you are. And so here's the card that I made earlier, and you can see this one I just adhered everything directly to the card base. I didn't use any dimensionals on that. Put the sentiment in the center. This one I added a little more dimension to. And either way, it's very easy technique, fun and quick, and simple to make. So as always, I look forward to being with you again. I thank you so very much for stopping by. Have a great day.